Welcome to DIY episode 004. Today we're going to be removing and replacing the front brake rotors on a 2001 Honda S2000. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your car on jack stands and remove the wheels. Use a 19mm wrench to hold a brake boot nut while using a 12mm wrench to remove the two caliper bolts. If it is difficult to get leverage on the 12mm wrench, you can turn the 19mm wrench in the opposite direction against the bolt. I usually give it a few hits with my fist. Remove the brake caliper and set it aside somewhere where it won't tug on the brake line. Then proceed to remove the brake pads. For step 4, use a 17mm socket and ratchet to remove the two caliper bracket bolts. Remove the caliper bracket and set it aside. Now you'll notice that the rotor is held onto the hub with two Phillips head screws. The correct way to remove these screws is with an impact driver. However, I don't have an impact driver, and I'm not going to reinstall these screws because they are not necessary and only cause you frustration. People commonly break impact driver bits on these screws as they are often very rusted, so what I'm going to do is just drill them out. With the rotor screws removed, you can finally remove and replace the rotor. Reinstall the caliper bracket by reinstalling the two 17mm bolts. Torque them to 79 foot-pounds. For step 8, reinstall the brake pads and the brake caliper. Now for step 9, reinstall the two 12mm caliper bolts while using the 19mm wrench to hold the brake boot nut from spinning. Then torque the two 12mm caliper bolts to 24 foot-pounds. Finally, reinstall the wheels and lower the car back down to the ground